so many changes in college football the last few years, Bob, and one of the biggest changes is happening this year with the 12-team playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure to be exciting, and I'm telling you right now, I think Tennessee is a playoff team. I think we could have a special season.
Mm-hmm.
That said, man, if you look around, the national pundits don't exactly agree with us.
Right.
We are on the outside looking in, according to them, and we're going to take a dive into that today to see why and what we'll have to do for us to get in.
Right.
Um, Before that, thanks for watching us today. Hit that subscribe button. If you don't care, hit it with the notification bell too. Uh, Leave a comment because I know you guys are going to have some great comments on this right here. So, Bob, what is the national media? What's their view on the playoffs this year?
Well, first of all, let me just say, I think Tennessee is very good. I think Tennessee is going to be have just as good enough team to win it all. I mean, I think that's how good this Tennessee team is. Will they? I don't know, but I think they've got everything that they need to check the boxes to go as far as they want to go as a team.
I think this could be special.
But one thing that's interesting is the 12-team playoff, how many getting in from what conference, this and that. SI had a pretty good example of who's getting in and such that we thought others people might want to check out because there's some misconceptions out there. But let me just go down the list of who they had in there: Liberty, Texas, Utah, Penn State, Clemson, Oregon, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia, and Michigan. Now, Liberty, that's the group of five. They call it,
Automatic bid.
yeah, it's an
Yeah.
automatic bid, which is one thing I don't like about this whole thing. It should just be more of a top 12 teams, but whatever.
It is what it is, and
It
that's
is
not
what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah. Um, so they have one ACC automatic bid champion in there, just one team from the conference, and one from the Big 12. And then they got Notre Dame making it in as a at large. That leaves, according to them, four teams from the Big 12. I mean Big 10, and four from the SEC. Now that's something else I keep hearing. I keep hearing people thinking that SEC is going to get five and six. Well, in this scenario right here that they put out there, we had four, and
I think that's accurate.
I think that's what it's going to be most of the time. Yeah, can five get in?
It could
Yes,
be. Three
but
could get in.
three could get in, and that's something a lot of people don't look at. Uh, they've only got one team from the ACC and Big 12. What happens if two really good teams come out of one of that conferences? Or you have one team, let's say Clemson and the ACC, maybe they're undefeated. They go into to the ACC championship game and they get beat by a three-loss NC State team. Then the NC State team's in, and I guarantee Clemson is too.
Yeah.
So there's two teams. So the chances of us getting five in there is very slim. Okay. So with us that being said, let's look at what Vegas thought, Tim.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say we do have four, like they think.
Mm-hmm.
We think probably.
Right.
Vegas has their odds. The BetMGM, I believe you
Oh
got
yeah.
this from Bob.
Right.
They had Georgia first, Texas, followed by Bama, then Ole Miss. There's your four. Are we five? No,
Nope.
that'd be LSU. Are we six? Surely, God.
Nope.
No, that's Missouri. Uh, we're down at lucky seven, or not so lucky seven in
Yeah.
this case. And you might say, look, Missouri was good last year, but do I think we're going to be better than them this year? Damn straight I do.
Yeah.
But let's look at that Missouri schedule. I don't think there's going to be but one game if you start at the beginning of the season where I'd say, okay, they're an underdog right there.
Yeah.
They're probably favored in 11 or their 12 games.
Pretty soft schedule. I
It
mean,
is.
it is.
For an SEC schedule, that's Charmin, baby.
Yeah. I mean, they play Alabama. These are by far their best team they play, and who knows what Alabama has? I mean, they got super. I mean, we all know they got a lot of talent, but what kind of first season? Who knows? I mean, they might even win that one. Uh, but
You look at well, look at Ole Miss, Bob, for a
yeah,
second. Okay, they're one of the top four, and a lot of people have them as a dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
They got the first or second or something like that in the conference, one of the top in the country in returning talent and starters.
Right.
And everybody knows what they did in the portal. They went all in. Lane says, "I want
Yeah.
a title before I get out of here
Yeah.
to get a better job."
So yeah, I mean, when you look at the roster, you can see why
They're top four.
they're considered a top four team.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not going to be easy to get in.
No,
I
I
mean,
think everybody says Georgia's in. I mean, in national media, everybody tell you Texas is in. They're a popular pick to win it all.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, who knows how this thing goes? I just know that it's not going to be quite as easy as some people think that it was like an automatic. Okay, now the next thing, Tim.
What does Tennessee have to do
What
to
does
be
Tennessee have
to
to do to
get
get
in
in
that
there?
top four in the conference, top 12 playoff team?
10-2, I think is the minimum. I don't think at 9-3 it's going to get you in unless
Pretty difficult.
it's going to be some kind of really odd situation. You're going to have to play one heck of a schedule. Tennessee's schedule this year is not tough enough.
You'd have an
And
easier chance of getting in from another conference than 9-3,
yeah,
like an ACC being, like you said a minute ago, upsetting an
yeah.
undefeated team.
One of the few teams I think could make it from the conference at 9-3. Oklahoma has a really tough schedule. They play several.
Probably toughest in the conference.
Yeah, they play a tough schedule. Uh, if they went 9-3, then they might have an argument. Um, and they're actually about low us
And that
in that thing.
Vegas thing.
And that's probably the reason why, because they played such a tough schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But 10-2, unfortunately though, I don't think 10-2 is an automatic team.
Well, no, I don't think so either, Bob. I can see scenarios where 10-2 has you on the outside looking in. Probably fact is, I would say there will be a 10-2 team on the outside looking in.
I almost guarantee you, Tim, that there will be a 10-2 team from either the Big Ten or the SEC that won't make the playoff.
Yeah,
I mean,
I won't
and
be shocked by that.
it better not be Tennessee.
Man, there's going to be some couches burning.
You ain't kidding.
Oh God.
I don't know where this committee's at, but and we're gonna get a bus.
Oh, I'm
That's some
gonna,
gasoline.
you grab the gas. I'm the driver, baby. We'll get on it. But
Yeah,
yeah, 10-2 is probably your worst case or best case scenario of what it's going to have to be. Um, so you look at Tennessee. I mean, we all know our schedule. I think 10-2 is doable.
it is.
Um, maybe better is doable to be honest about it. But also,
Right.
what you're saying is you can't drop one.
Right.
Number
You
one.
can't do what we did last year and let a Florida or Missouri or somebody like that come up on us.
Yeah, South Carolina the year before.
Right.
You better win every single one of them.
Yeah. Style points is gonna matter. I
Yeah,
mean,
it will.
when you're vying for other teams with the same record, you better not be squeaking by teams that you should be winning them because you don't want to give the committee anything to.
Style points matter. I mean, that's the bottom line. Style points matters. Fortunately, we play a fun style now, so that helps us.
Yeah, it does.
But now that said, we're not the only one to do that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but you can't drop one. You can't, and then you're going to have a solid team. I mean, pure and simple. Your record's got to indicate we want this team in.
Yeah, to be locked in, I think we've got to beat a team that's considered better than us, a Georgia or an Alabama type team on our schedule.
Well, if you're upset at Georgia,
Then
you
I
give yourself a little leeway of dropping
yeah,
maybe in Oklahoma.
right.
With that said, Bob, I just want to tell you guys once again to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell.
Right.
Give us a like. Give us a hug if you could. And leave us a comment. Tell us what you think as far as how many teams from the conference is getting in and who those will be. Not
Yeah.
just Tennessee, just
Okay,
who you think the 12 will be.
Yeah, I love hearing the comments, stuff like that. It's always interesting to see what other people's opinions is because we don't know everything. I mean, I think we're fairly knowledgeable when it comes to this kind of stuff, but we love hearing other people's opinion because that somebody else may have something that maybe we've missed.
Hope that'd be easy to do.
Yeah,
But
right.
with that said, we're going to playoffs, baby.
Okay.
Go Big Orange.
Go Vols.